Portland is the perfect location for Evo. It's within striking distance of all the sports we love, from surfing, biking, skiing, snowboarding. It's got a really strong community, and culturally it's just so relevant. There's so many things going on in Portland that kind of relate to what we love, and we're really excited to be here. I grew up in Roseburg, Oregon, a small town in southern Oregon, and I grew up playing soccer and kind of doing all the things you do in a small town. And in 5th grade, my uncle introduced me to skiing on Mount Ashland, which was an amazing kind of turning point for me. So from 5th grade on, just in love with the sport. And when I turned 18, I moved to Seattle to go to school. And then after a couple years, I moved up to Whistler. And Whistler, that's really when I kind of started my ski career. And so I was able to compete and travel and film. And at the same time, a couple years in, I started evogear.com. Evo really started many years before we launched the original site in 2001. I was buying and selling gear just to figure out how to buy lift tickets. So along came kind of internet many years later, and then it was eBay, and then eventually in 01 we launched evogear.com. And it was really one other guy and I. We lived in my apartment. We pretty much did everything. We cleaned skis and snowboards, we answered phones, we wrote emails, we put up listings, and shipped everything out of my garage. So yeah, it was just a couple of us, kind of humble beginnings, and then eventually kind of hired on some more folks and grew over the years, and here we are. Opening our first store in Seattle in 2005 was just a massive juncture for the company. You know, before that we were on the web, but we've always believed that like having a store is like the heart and soul of our brand. And it's like stands for all the things that we're about. And in Seattle, what we did is we created a true center for the community. We took an old warehouse, we broke all the retail rules, we threw big events, had an art gallery, and really that was kind of in a lot of ways the beginning of what Evo is today. So fast forward 7 years, we opened a new store in Seattle. We moved about a mile away, and we love what we've done there. We've got, you know, this store that has this soul with this old building, an amazing skate park where kind of the community come together. It's really just like this great mix of uses. So now today, 2014, we're opening in Portland, and it's an extension of what we're all about. We have a space that we think people will love, and it'll be flexible. We'll have events, you know, photo shows and video premieres and you name it. As we look for a space in Portland, we look for a building with soul, you know, one that was in a kind of an up and coming area, and we found this beautiful building built in 1893. It was a Salvation Army building, and the building has just incredible character and history. What makes the experience just so dynamic is to see this kind of richness, you know, in the materials, from 100-year-old floors to concrete and brick, that really strong kind of blend of old and new. So one thing that we realized very quickly after touring the building was that we loved kind of the bones, we loved what was here, but there was something missing, and really what that was a connection between the first and second levels. So this space is going to totally transform in the next 24 hours. Behind me here is going to be a massive cutout in the floor, so it'll connect the two first levels, and you'll have a really clean lines of sight both ways. So that'll be really neat. So this building has provided an opportunity to create a totally extraordinary kind of customer experience. From the first time you walk into the building, to the kind of corners you turn, to the stairs you go up, at every point you kind of look around and there's something like very, very different and very special. You know, part of that is just the kind of the way the spaces are arranged, the kind of laterally, vertically, the materials, the fact that we've got this beautiful old soulful shell, and then we have this kind of like juxtaposition with new product. And so, you know, at every level, our focus is really kind of delivering something very different, and this building in particular has, you know, gives us so many opportunities to do that. All of us at Evo are so excited about opening a store here in Portland. It's the culmination of so many years, so many hours, you know, so many different people that have really put, you know, so much towards building the company. And to be able to come here and kind of open our doors and become a part of this community and really embrace kind of all the things that are going on here is just really an incredible opportunity.